Hi, Ingrid.
Hi.
We got a couple questions this month. We're wondering if you can tell us a little bit about the expansion outside. We've had construction for a really long time. Are they about done over there? And then something about new signs, I think, are coming.
Yeah, so the ASC expansion is wrapping up, should be finished in August. Hopefully that'll be all done, and then we'll do some other movements of clinics inside, but all the exterior stuff and all the major work should be done in August. And then yes, we're getting new monument signage. So this is actually part of that ASC expansion, but we have had a lot of feedback about wayfinding opportunities and patients getting lost. And so we are taking the opportunity to rename all of the entrances to the hospital. So more information will be coming. They'll have letters and it'll all make logical sense. We'll be able to put them in patient like reminders and things like that, so that people can hopefully find where they need to go most easily. That I think is supposed to start mid-July and then wrap up shortly after that. But yeah, we'll have new signage. It's just new entrance names, nothing else new or exciting. And except I think the one in North Medical Pavilion will actually move from being on the ground to actually being above, so you can see folks coming across that crosswalk for a safety reason. But that's about it in terms of the big changes there.
All right. We know that healthcare is always changing. We have lots of things going on. We've heard some talk about Project Imagine. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, so Project Imagine is starting. We've hired some people to work specifically in that office from PMO and then other folks as well. It's a project designed to implement our ERP. So an ERP is really the system that we use to do all of our employee requisitions, to do timekeeping and scheduling and ordering of supplies, and just everything that you really do right now through Workday and Kronos would be done through that new ERP system. So that system is going away, and so the BJC Enterprise is working together to figure out exactly what that will look like. We are having folks come out here at the end of June to do some shadowing and getting to know what our topics are that we care most about, and we have representatives from lots of units, and then also across all of East that are in getting feedback and giving that to the system to implement. But we will have some pretty big changes on the horizon in January of 27 when that rolls out, and we're hoping to get some efficiencies there. So things that haven't been working very well, hopefully we'll get some feedback on, and we'll be able to streamline and make better throughout this process as well.
All right, sounds exciting. We've had some questions about Cigna, our insurance, and if there's been any changes, or who takes our insurance or who doesn't, if there's some major changes in that.
Yeah, I think there maybe it's a little bit of confusion because there's different types of insurance, but to remember that we are self-insured, and what that means when you're self-insured is that we set up our own rules and our own contracts with each, with everyone that we are covered with. And so those rules are the same regardless of who sort of executes our plan. So like last year it was UMR, and they executed the plan that was ours that we set. This year it's Cigna, but they execute the plan that we set. So in terms of like tiers and coverages and who's in and who's out, that's all set by our plan, which has not changed. So even if somebody says like Cigna is in or Cigna is out, has no effect on us because we're self-insured, and we would still have the same contract and plan that we've had before. And if for any reason you feel like you're getting mixed messages or you're not getting information that aligns with that, reach out to the HR hub or your leader, and then we can make sure that you're getting what you need.
Thank you. Okay, we have a few openings around St. Luke's East, specifically with our directors. So is there any movement on that, or can you tell us like what kind of openings are out there right now?
Sure, yeah. So we have 3 director openings right now in the nursing space. And so one is a replacement for our surgical services director. One is a replacement for our acute care and ICU director. And then we received approval to hire a new director, a position we've never had before, which is over our OB&S space. So our obstetrics, neonatal services departments, including the NICU. So those 3 positions are open and posted. We are, beginning interviews and have some great candidates I'm really excited about. So hopefully over the next couple of months we'll get those filled, and then we'll be onboarding and be able to have a full leadership team again to help support all the units.
All right. I think that's all our questions for today. Thank you very much.
Welcome.